Good morning, everyone. I just thought I'd pop in today because I got a surprise package in the mail today and it's full of seeds. So I thought I'd go over what that I got in the mail just to see if you what we should be doing with these seeds. So I got this box with like $50 worth of seeds, and I knew it was coming. I just didn't know what day, and it would come by March 12th. So I'm pretty excited to see it this morning. It was the only mail, no bills, right? So that's good. So as I open the box here, what was really surprising about this is I got an actual potato seed. I'm not sure if you can see that. It says called potato Clancy. It's a hybrid, but I've never grown potatoes from actual seeds, like tiny seeds. So potatoes are usually grown from a seed potato, which you can buy at most garden centers. And this is the time to be shopping for them because it won't be long before we can plant some potatoes. But I'm going to try this one out because this sounds really interesting and great to try it. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them this year because, as you know, I'm growing a lot of cut flowers this year for the wedding. So we'll find room, even if it's in containers, right? So anyway, I thought I'd show you that. I also got some new tomato seeds. And as you know, I've already got 41 varieties of tomatoes in the greenhouse, and they're just starting to pop out of the soil. So this is tomato firefly. And last year I tried a couple of the All-American selections out, and I actually had really good luck with them. Valentine was probably one of my favorites, and I also grew Red Racer, and I did get some more Red Racer today as well. So I'll try this tomato firefly. It says it's indeterminate, and it will require staking if they're indeterminate. Whereas a determinate tomato usually just only grows to about 3 or 4 feet and produces all its crop at once, and then it's a little easier to maintain. Especially if you're on a small space, a determinate tomato is probably best. I also got, here's tomato red torch. So tomato red torch, so that's another tomato, and so you can see it upright 5 to 6 feet, so it's going to be a larger tomato, so I'm not sure. It says 1.5-inch red fruits, so we'll see how that is. But I also got some flower seeds, and so you know I'm doing flowers, but I got begonia seeds, and this is a begonia Viking, and it's a red, but it's got chocolate colored foliage. So this should be an interesting one to grow, and I've got some room, because it's usually begonias are a smaller plant, so I should be able to tuck them in or put them in containers somewhere. So looking forward to that. I also got some marigolds, and marigolds are, if you're a new gardener and you're starting from seed, marigolds are one of the easiest things to grow. Now this one is going to grow a little taller, I think, so I'm hoping so. It says long blooming plants with dark green foliage, and this one's called Marigold Big Duck Gold, and it's also a hybrid, so I guess I can't save seeds from them, but interesting to see how they turn out. So, and heat and rain tolerant, and we get a lot of rain here. I don't think it ever stops here. So, I live in a climate where we have 164 days of rain a year, and most of that occurs in the winter. So we go through some really drought periods in the summertime where we don't get any rain at all, sometimes 3 or 4 months without rain. So it's very cool. The climate's changing, right? And I also got some hybrid petunias. So this looks like a nice one because it's a really deep, it says carmine, so it's going to be a deep red probably. And that's great because remember, I don't know if you saw my earlier post, but I'm doing some jewel tones for a wedding. So this might be a fun plant to try in a container for that wedding containers that I'm doing. I'm just doing 4 containers for the wedding. I'm not doing all the bouquets. That's way too much work. But this will be a nice color. So I'll start that real soon in the greenhouse. And then I got some more zinnias. So these are a scarlet zinnia, so that's also going to fit into the jewel tones as well. So this one's called Holy Scarlet. So that should be good. And of course, here I'm wearing red today, right? That just kind of suits all these red flowers that I'm getting. So you'd think red was the color for this year because there's a lot of red seeds coming in the door. So that's nice. And I love zinnias because they hold their flowers for probably almost a couple of months, and you don't really require a lot of deadheading. So if you like a low maintenance flower, zinnias are really for you. I start my zinnias inside in the greenhouse, and then I put them outside in mid-May, usually when it's warm enough, obviously. And then I usually put them in full sun. And last year they did really, really well. And the flowers will just go kind of crispy as they finish, and it's when they're brown that you just want to cut them back to the next set of buds, and then you'll have induce more flowering. And here's another tomato, and now this is a larger tomato. It's called Chef's Choice, and it's sort of one of those deep reddish, almost purpley type of tomatoes. So I'm looking forward to this one. This is definitely, I love good tomatoes for making roasted tomatoes and just general eating, right? So that should be nice. Don't know where to put all these tomatoes. And then I got another marigold Lacoste, and this one is it's called Big Duck Yellow. So I think it's a little bit different than the first one I showed you, so I'll have to check. But either way, the marigolds are always easy to grow, and they start blooming early in the season. You know, you can put them outside fairly early in May and they bloom right till frost. So great seeds to have. Anyway, thought I'd pop in and just check on with you guys and hope that you're not under snow all the time. We got a bit of snow last night and it looks like there's a lot of areas that are where it's snowing right now. It's not snowing right here right now, and I'm going to head out shortly to meet my daughter to go talk about the wedding and stuff like that this August. So anyway, next video we'll try and do in the greenhouse to see how things are coming along. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.